Okay, so following from the previous video, we've got to the stage now whereby we actually end up with a formula which is derived from the formula that we are using to work out what the missing coordinate is. What I've done here is, you see, I've got the first coordinate, the second coordinate, I've written those out here, and then underneath what I've done is I've just represented, that's the x value of that coordinate, that's the y value of that coordinate, and I've done the same for this side, but I've got this 1 and this subscript 2. That then gives me the value 6 for x1, the unknown y1, x2 is 1, y2 is minus 5. And then those values can go straight into this formula, which then gives us this equation here, which we need to then simplify. So I'm going to do that on the next page. Right, there we go. That's good. Get my computer to work. Okay, so this is the formula that we're given. This is the first stage of substitution. What we need to do is just simplify this equation to get x alone. So we need to just chip away at it, doing methodically, going through each step. And so what I've done is I laid that out in text here. So here what we have is we have 1 minus 6. That's very easy to do. So 1 minus 6 is minus 5. We can do that. Then, because we're dividing by minus 5 here, we want to get rid of that so we get closer to x being on its own. So what we would do is we would then multiply both sides of the equation by minus 5, as you can see here. These two then cancel out because you have minus 5 divided by minus 5, which is 1. And that will give you then just minus 5 minus x on this side. And then here, if you have a look, you've got 2 times minus 5, which is minus 10. So we then have this equation here, which is minus 10 equal to minus 5 minus x. We still want to get to have x on its own, so let's have a look, see what we can do now. If we add 5 to both sides here, then this would disappear. And so we have to do that to both sides. So if we add 5 to minus 10, that gives us minus 5. And then on this side, we just have minus x. Now we have the trick here of actually wanting to change the signs such that both are positive. Well, the trick to do that is just to multiply both sides of the equation by minus 1. So if you have two values which are negative multiplied together, your result will be positive. So minus 1 times minus 5 is 5. Likewise on this side as well. So then what we do is we've obviously then worked out what the value of x here is and what the value of x actually is in terms of the coordinates. X here is referring to a missing value in the equation, but what it really represents is this y1 value here. What we have then is we have established what that coordinate is here. Okay, so how high that point is there. So we could use this graphing tool then to put these numbers back in and check our values and make sure that we get the correct slope and that we have the correct points as well with those numbers.